Hey, good morning, Facebook friends, family. Well, I watched all the crap leading up to the debate, and I watched the debate, and I have to be honest with you folks. I find it disgusting and very, very immature the way people are reacting to what Donald Trump said in private that was recorded, in my opinion, illegally. I don't know what state this occurred in, and I don't know what the state laws are where this occurred. And I personally don't care. But here's my point. We've got men and women out there crying and whining and calling Trump all kinds of an SOB for saying what he said about a woman. Granted, he probably shouldn't have said it, but however, there is not one male, and females for that matter, that hasn't said something derogatory about a male or a female in private to another person. You can't sit there and tell me you haven't, because if you have, you're lying through your teeth. I mean, it's just stuff that happens. And I'm not going to get upset over it, because I look at it this way. That was, 11 years ago? Get over it. It's 11 years. 11 goddamn years. Get over it. And the man gave a very, very sincere apology for it. He apologized basically again at the debate over it. It's time to drop it and let it go. But no, Hillary couldn't do that during the debate, could she? No, she had to bring it up. That was the first thing she started bringing up. So let's look at it honestly, shall we? Okay, when Bill Clinton was in office, way back when, and even when he was governor of Arkansas and whatever he was before that, he has a long laundry list of sexual assaults and rapes that he's never been held accountable for. Never. Not one time. And every time he did do something and words started to leak out, Hillary put on her super bitch cape and swooped into the rescue and called these people bimbos and trailer trash and every other name in the book because they told the truth about Bill. Now that's a double standard, folks. Double standard. Even though she wasn't the one that said it or did it, her husband did. She defended him for it. When he got caught lying about having oral sex or getting oral sex from Monica Lewinsky in the Oval Office, she still defended him. If I'd have been that woman, I would have divorced his ass and took him for every dime he had. And I would have supported her 100%. But what did she do? No, she rushes to his defense. Now, is this what we want back in the Oval Office? I mean, he's not going to be president. But he's going to be running around the halls of the White House, out there in the public eye. Is he going to be doing the same damn thing over and over and over and over and over again? You're damn right she is. Bill Clinton's not going to change his spots. And what's she going to do? She's going to put her super bitch cape on, swoop in and defend his ass and protect his ass again. Now, that's not very presidential. What would be presidential is if she fucking owned up to his infidelities, his stupidity. But she won't do that. Why? Because her hands are just as dirty as his. And we all know this. Now, I was in the Navy for over 23 years. When I went in the Navy, it was during Vietnam. A lot of you out there ain't old enough to remember Vietnam. Don't even remember anything about it. But here's the thing. We weren't politically correct. We told some gross-ass jokes and stories and stuff about women and other things. And they were just flat out nasty. But you know what? It didn't matter because they were just stories. They were just jokes. And nobody got extremely upset. If you had somebody who was overly religious, you just told them, well, hey, look, we're going to be talking about stuff I don't think you want to hear about, so you need to just wander off. We had that much common courtesy. We didn't make them stand there and listen to that stuff. We told them go take a hike, because we knew they would start preaching and acting like a fool, and, you know, sure, what we did was wrong. No doubt about it. No doubt in my mind about it. But however, it happened. And nobody got hurt. Nobody got killed. Nobody got raped. See, that's the whole thing, the difference here. The complete difference. We've got, the Democrats are all up in arms about it. Your liberals and your whatever the hell you want to call yourselves are all up in arms about this shit. And we've got a lot of Republican elites that are all up in arms and stuff about it. Well, I'm going to tell you something. The man was honest about it. He said it was locker room talk. But he apologized to it. He manned up, owned up to it, and apologized for it. Has Hillary ever owned up, manned up, and apologized for calling the American people deplorables? Calling the, in her private speeches to Goldman Sachs and the bankers and crap on Wall Street, calling the American people losers, incompetent. Has she ever apologized for that? Ever owned up to it? No. She lies around it and lies around it and lies around it. Hillary Clinton comparing herself to Abraham Lincoln. Now, I find that offensive. Hillary Clinton couldn't lace Abraham Lincoln's shoes because she'd lie when she put a square knot in it instead of a bow. She's, well, it's a bow. I mean, come on, people. This woman couldn't tell the truth, couldn't be honest with the American people if her life goddamn depended on it. When are you stupid fucking idiots in the world gonna realize it's time to get rid of the status quo? It's time to get rid of these elite SOBs that are running this country and don't care about a goddamn thing about it. The only thing they care about is putting money in their pockets. When are you going to realize this? Donald Trump honestly cares about America. And why shouldn't he? America's been very good to him. He's made billions on his real estate deals and construction deals. He's made billions of dollars. And he's right. NAFTA was a complete idiotic mistake. Another billionaire that ran for president, and he should have been elected president, but His family received death threats, and he prudently backed out of the race. He would have won, hands down. There's no doubt about it. And that man's name was Ross Perot. He told everybody when NAFTA first come out, because he looked at it and checked it out thoroughly. He told everybody, this is a bad deal for America. We're going to lose jobs. It's not a good deal. And he was 100% right. That is exactly what's happened. Donald Trump wants to do away with this kind of crap. At least that's what he's telling everybody. Now, I have a tendency to believe him more than I believe Hillary, because everything that comes out of Hillary's mouth has been proven to be a goddamn lie. I watched a video just last night of this retired lieutenant, I believe he was Navy, that asked her a question at a town hall meeting about classified material and handling of it. Now, remember, Hillary said she didn't remember ever having training on how to handle classified material. She didn't remember how that worked or anything like that. Now, here is the thing. She explained it in detail how to handle classified material to this lieutenant. But she never did answer the question. She never did answer the question. She just explained how to handle classified material. So that tells me right there that she knew exactly what the hell was going on. And what she did was illegal. She knew it. She knew what she did was illegal and wrong and should not have been done. And yet you fucking people out there cannot see the danger that she has put us in. You cannot see the danger. Mishandling of classified information. It gets into the wrong hands. They have an advantage over us because they already know what we're going to do. That's not a good thing. That is not a good thing. But yet you people out there in Democrat land continue to buy into her bullshit. And that's all it is. It's just pure, unadulterated bullshit. And if you notice here, folks, I've steered away from this stupid Donald Trump talking about groping women and stuff. I've steered away from it. You want to know why? Because it's not important. It happened 11 years ago. I don't give a shit. What Hillary did happened while she was Secretary of State less than 2 years ago. Or less than 3 years ago. I'll give her 2 years of being out. She sold us down the river. Her foundation has been, there's so much information out there about her foundation, and you can see that it's a scam. There's people that are donating to her foundation, and she preaches, oh, we are for women's rights. She takes donations from countries that don't let women have rights. They have to put a sheet over their head and walk around. They can't drive. They can't leave the house without a male relative. But that's okay in your book, you Democrats' book, because you still want to get everybody, including the poor white blue-collar worker, the black blue-collar worker, the Chinese blue-collar worker, the middle-class person, the backbone of this country. You want to get them down on the what is it they call it, the Democratic plantation. You want to make us slaves. She wants to raise taxes 32% on the middle class. 32%. Okay, I'm below middle class, but when I was in the military, I was basically about middle class. So here's the thing. I was already paying taxes of about 32%. Now, if I have a 32% increase on my taxes, That makes it 64%. That's over half of my income gone to taxes. And I'm supposed to be able to get ahead. I'm supposed to be able to live comfortably, giving the United States government over half of my income. And you know as well as I do, we don't know the tax codes well enough, ins and outs, to find all the loopholes to get majority of that money back or all of it back. We don't know them. We don't have the money to hire CPAs who know the tax codes backwards and forwards and keep reading on it, and every time there's a tax code change, they know about it and find out and see what's going on with it. We don't have the money to afford that kind of stuff. People like Donald Trump, he doesn't pay any taxes. And you know what? More power to him. But he's got the money to afford lawyers and CPAs to research this stuff, find the loopholes, and let him keep his money. And I don't blame him a damn bit. I have no heartache over that. And Hillary bitched about that. He lost $1 billion. In 95, he lost $1 billion. Okay. He didn't pay any taxes on it. More power to him. He used the law. He used the system to his advantage. Legally. Mind you, legally. Now, Hillary Clinton cannot explain where $6 billion went to when she was in office as Secretary of the State. $6 billion. Let's see, 1 billion, 6 billion. Yeah, the 1 billion is a whole lot less than 6. Here, see what I'm doing? No. She can't explain where it's at. And I'm not a lawyer, but I got a little common sense. Now, you are told by Congress you have to preserve all your emails, every one of them, and send them back to the State Department for storage or whatever it is they got to do. Declassification, destruction, whatever it is they have to do. Well, she decided she didn't need to do that. So she destroys 30,000 emails. And she used BleachBit, which is a program you can download for free if you want to wipe your hard drive. And it wipes it. I mean, there's very, 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 very few fragments of anything left on the hard drives when you wipe it with BleachBit. I've researched it, and it's a pretty awesome tool, but you don't need it. The average person like you and me, we don't need that. Why the hell did she do it? Why the hell did she have this guy out in Platte River, Colorado, delete shit? Why did he get on Twitter and ask for how to take somebody's email address out of the header of an email? Why would he get on Twitter and ask how to do that? Because he was doing something illegal. He knew he was going to do something illegal. There was a congressional order, a subpoena, for her emails. Already out. And they still deleted them. And what happens? This guy that wiped this stuff gets immunity from the DOJ. Now that's wrong. This guy needed to get prosecuted because he was aware of that subpoena. He had to have known about it. And the people that told him to wipe that hard drive knew about it. Now, I'm not stupid. That's criminal. And yet, our illustrious FBI leader, who is as crooked as a dog's hind leg, I don't trust the man, and he needs to resign, and they need to dig into him real bad and find enough to put his sorry little ass in jail. We as American people, and I know the majority of you, like me, I'm an independent. I don't go Republican. I don't go Democrat. I vote for who I feel. I don't care what your party is. If I think you're going to do the job that needs to be done, I'm going to vote for you. If I don't think you're going to do the job, you don't get my vote. I'm an independent voter. And I know the majority of the people out there that think like I do, or even if you're long-term Republican or long-term Democrat and you're deciding you're going to vote for somebody else, you think like I do. What Hillary did shows criminal intent. There was stuff on that server she didn't want anybody to see. That's the only reason for it to have been done. There's no other reason whatsoever for it to have been done. None. You can sit there and give me all excuses you want all day long, but none of them are going to hold water. They're not going to hold water. She did something that she knew to cover her ass because she was in trouble. And she's still in trouble as far as I'm concerned. She should be in jail. She lied before Congress. And why in the hell she hasn't had perjury charges slapped on her ass, I don't understand. I don't understand. I says if it was you or me or anybody else out there, even Donald Trump, she'd be thrown in goddamn jail. Martha Stewart, prime example. She lied one time. She lied one time and did 2 years in jail for perjury. She lied one time to Congress, 2 years in jail. Hillary lied at least 13 times when she was testifying before Congress under oath. 13 times. And she's not in jail. That's a double standard, folks. It's a double standard. We had a saying in the Navy, and I find it to be very true and very applicable today. And for you mamby-pamby, get your feelings hurt people, too bad, so sad, but this is the truth. And the saying is, it's not who you know, it's who you blow. And Hillary's been blowing some good ones to keep her ass out of jail. Well, as far as I'm concerned, people, if Donald Trump doesn't win the election, which even with the popular vote he may not, because I've seen it happen. I'm old enough to have seen it happen at least once. The Electoral College could put Hillary in office. And when that happens, we're in deep shit. We're in deep, deep shit. Because it'll be 4 to 8 years of the same old bullshit, if not worse. They want to bring in 100,000 Syrian refugees. No. They can't vet them. We don't know if there are going to be security risks. We don't know any of it. I say no. Done. You're through. They're not coming in. We don't need them. But, and this election, there's 63 or 232 seats up for grabs in Congress and the Senate this year, ladies and gentlemen. We need to make sure that those people that are not doing their jobs, have been going along with the status quo all this time, that are up for re-election, need to go bye-bye. They need to go bye-bye. And I'm pretty sure that if Donald Trump gets into office, one of the things he's going to see too, and do his best to get pushed through, and we can do it ourselves, ladies and gentlemen. We can do it ourselves. All we have to do is to have states conventions. We can get a law passed without Congress. There wouldn't be a damn thing they could do about it. If we had a states convention and we decided that term limits on congressmen come and set it up so they don't get no more than 6 months pension after they get out, and they have to get a damn job after 6 months like everybody else. Cut their salaries down to where they should be reasonable, because They're not out there putting their lives on the line. Why should I, as a serviceman, go out there and put my life on the line for $18,000 or $36,000 a year? Put my life on the line. And why should some slime bucket in a suit sit on his ass all damn day long and make $174,000 a year? Why? Because he's got a degree? Nobody cares. You can have a degree, but if you got no common sense, you might as well not even be there. And when you're making that much money, you get greedy. That's all I got, folks. Y'all have a good one. Take care. And remember, this is the real world. The political correctness shit is dying. People are tired of it because we're just pussifying and wimping out the American people. And that's not a good thing. That is not a good thing. Y'all have a good one. Take care. God bless.